Hello, welcome back to episode 23. So we're on the second asteroid, planet, whatever we want to call it. And we got exactly what we wanted. We needed oil for plastic production, and as you can see down here, we've got plenty of oil and loads of slicksters as well. It is quite cold though, because obviously it is an asteroid at the end of the day, and it's not got an atmosphere, so it's just going to drain itself full of the temperature. So we do need to get down. Now I have dug the majority of the way, but I have put a cap in just here where the temperature changes, as you can see. Now this will in theory sort itself out to a point. This is negative 38, but the tile next to it is positive 74.7. There's not much happening in terms of transfer there, but all of these well, not all of them, but these three you can see are clearly vacuum. There is a geyser there. That would be interesting to see what that is. Hopefully it's an oil geyser, but we'll see. So we need to get down and make sure we can at least collect this, because we want to get this back to base. Now to get back to the base, we need this. Now we need a field researcher to get this to turn on. None of that matters at the minute. So what do we have in terms of skills on this asteroid? We need the field researcher, which is this one here, and this person can't. Bert can't do it. Travoldo can. Okay, so then we will tidy this up a little bit, because they're making a mess. They've got no toilets, so we do need to fix that now. So let's put their food here. Let's put a couple of, where's the furniture? There. A couple of mess tables there and there. We will copy this over here, and of course deconstruct this one. We're then going to make sure that we clear up this disgusting floor. And under plumbing, where is the outhouse? Couldn't see the wood for the trees then. Okay, so I'll put a couple of outhouses there, and over to medicine for the sink. No, we want the wash basin. Like so. Then we're going to carry this floor on over here, just to make sure we've got full support there. We'll leave this on. So they've got a bit of food, not much, but they've got a bit. They've got a toilet now. They've got a bed. Well, it's a bunk bed, but same difference. Actually, I'm quickly going to try and steal this power as soon as possible. So as you can see, get these in like so. And that, and then deconstruct that. For now, that'll do. We should be able to reach all of that. We've got some fancy seeds coming in, but I don't care about the seeds for the minute. So let's just get this stuff sorted. What do we need here? Colin is super hard digging. Okay, well let's just cancel that, because I really don't care that much. Can we get this out without any dramas? We can, so then I will deconstruct that, and also that while we're here. Okay. What is that there? Dasher salt vine. Okay. Salt vine seed. Nosh sprout. Okay then. Right. Let's take out all of these ladders now. The scaffolding ladders we don't need. I'll actually take all of this out as well, because what we actually need is some gas tiles, just to get us over to be able to use this farm, because we don't necessarily want to use it, but it can't hurt if we've got some easy to grow seeds in the area. So we do actually have the ability to use this now, and it's teleporter 1 of 2. So if we go back home, can we activate this one? Yep. And this on a 9 as well. So now what should happen is the any items I put into this will come out at the other end and vice versa. So what we need to make sure we first do is ventilation and a gas pipe. So this is gas coming from the other asteroid. And we'll make that nice and accessible. Then we've got plumbing, exactly the same. Just make sure that's in there. And then items which will come in on the shipping line, which is just here. Now that is the inlet. I'm assuming the outlet, they just fall on the floor, but... Right. No, I'm not sure why it's not showing that it's connected. Teleporter input. So do we need to find the other end for the output? And if so, where was it? I'm sure we found it. It's been a while since I did this. Supply teleporter import, yeah. So we need the output. Was it up here? And this, it was up here on this spine somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And then activate this. So that one was the in, this is the out. So we actually need to redo that. As you can see, this is where the fluid comes out. And then this is where the gas will come out. Plumb in, fluid, like so. And then finally the items come out here. And they'll come along. And we'll drop them right there, because it's as close as we can get to the storage area. So I'll drop them right there. So now any items that are sent from the opposite asteroid will come in through here. And this should say it's active now. So we can now skip back over here, and somebody's trapped, apparently. Really? Okay. That should help. There they go. So what I can do with this now, we can actually set this to be the things that we want sent over. At the minute, I don't... There's a lot of items we could use. So there's, of course, all of the new plants and all of the new foods. These bog bucket seeds. But I'm not going to bother. Strictly I'm here for one purpose, and that purpose is to get oil. And we get that from working down here. So if we just continue to dig down, straight down to here, in doing so taking this ladder down and actually right down to the bottom, so the very lowest point we can get to, it is 70 degrees, but that's not a problem for me. And then what we'll try and do is not make a mess like that. Something like this. Now this is going to cause the liquids to mix, but for the very beginning that's not a problem for me at all. So what do I want to dig out? Something like that maybe? Yeah, that'll work. And then just make sure there's plenty of scaffolding to cover the areas that I'm actually talking about. And then, yeah, that should work. Just not this level down here. So temperature wise there's going to be something weird going on here, because it's very hot and very cold. But this water's 34 degrees and climbing, which means it's going to cool down the area, so that's fine. It should all come together. There is more over here and a lot more lead. There's loads of lead here as well, which is very useful. And we can go much lower. This is perma ice down at the bottom. minus 120 degrees. That's pretty serious in terms of temperatures. We've got a fancy slickster there. He just ran off the screen. And I think at the minute I would be happy if we can get this area done. We might be able to farm the slicksters. I can't remember what they do now. Slimy critters, they consume carbon dioxide and create oil. Oh, so I'll just leave them down here then, and they'll create the carbon dioxide that naturally will fall down there. As you can see, this is all carbon dioxide. They will turn into oil. So as long as they're trapped down there, I'm happy. Okay, and I'm going to take this out as well while I'm here. So just bring this ladder over and this over here. And then again, just peek into this here. And that to there, and that to there. And then I'll make sure everything down here is priority 9. Hopefully them bugs go now. It looks to me as if I need to just put in a power cable across here like that. That way, it doesn't matter where they sleep. We'll get the power from it. So again, priorities, and just also chuck that one up to high. And I'll drop this down to an 8 for now. And the idea behind this is that these slugs, when they go to sleep, we'll take the power off it, because that's the only power we've got for them at the minute. What we got? Fossil, joyous seed, and a sporchid seed. Getting a lot of seeds. I'm not interested in growing them so much here though. I'd rather grow them back at the home base where it's more controlled environment, but it shouldn't matter too much. Right, and then we need to carry on down here. And I am interested in seeing what this geyser is, but I want to get this built first. So we should be able to build the pump. So if we go liquid pump, yeah, we can build it out of cobalt. And I'll put it there, I guess. And then in terms of the piping, I'm not going to use any special type of pipe, although it is very cold up here. I'm just going to do that. Oops, no, that. And then just deconstruct that top bit because it's not needed. And then power, exactly the same. And then if we go priority, I feel like this is taking longer than it's supposed to, so let's just get rid of this, shall we? See, it's not very difficult to break, but they're just not getting around to it. But this will level out this liquid and make it easier to clear it up. Okay. So at the minute then, we're going to get all of that liquid coming up, and it's technically going to end up going through to the other side, but I don't want that. I don't want that to be the actual final resting place for all of it. So what I'm going to do is try something like this. If I cancel this whole section here of liquid pipe, and then go into plumbing and find the filter, and we can where did it come out? Green. Okay, so let's do something like that. Yes. And then we want it to go there, we want you to go there, and we want you to go into there. He's got trapped already by the looks of it, so let's also put a ladder in there. And then again, plumbing and the vent. There it is. We'll put you there. And of course, power, like everything else, can go there. Now these batteries they're reasonably charged. We're not using much from it, so. And then what we need to do is go on liquids and select crude oil. So now, as the pump works, when it gets there, it will pump up. The crude oil should continue on and through the teleporter, and everything else should be stored in here. Okay. So this is up and running. There it goes. So if we go into this view, we'll see it. So you can see there is a lot of polluted water and water at the minute. So that should just get offshooted into there. And if and when we get any black spots for the crude oil, that will then move on. And that's all built as well. So then we need to just jump back over to the base. And although they haven't even built this yet, what I'm actually interested in is the fluid pipe, which is this one here. And this needs to... It's a bit trapped. Interesting. Okay, well, we can deconstruct, say, here. Back onto plumbing and onto a bridge. And I can put that bridge in there and there. And then this allows this to snake round. And this to go exactly where we wanted it in the first place. This thing then come down. And another liquid bridge. Like so. A lot of liquid bridges apparently. But we are taking this down, so down in the base. If this becomes a problem with heat later on, which it could do, I'm going to have to fix this, but we are taking it through the cold environment, so I can use that to cool it down as well. And we're ending up here. So, something like that. And that. And then all we need now to make this work is a few of these, I think. And according to what I'm seeing here, that should be connected now. Just checking. Yep. So all of the oil that we collect from 𝐂𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐃 asteroid will then obviously help us on the main base. And it seems to have stopped running because we stopped out of power, but you can see oil in the pipe. So we have had some movement, but we have run out of power. So we may have to... I really don't... I can't build one of them anyway. We don't have coal here, I wouldn't have thought. No. So what we can do instead of that... It's nearly... Oh no, it's daytime. So we're obviously not catching these. These slugs are just moving all over the place and we're not actually keeping them in one room. So can we do that? We will need a rancher. What is that that's so hard to dig? Obsidian. Okay, well... We don't have to dig it, so I'm not too worried. We can leave it as part of the decor. Is that bleach stone? It is. Well, that definitely has to go. And then obviously this floor can go there. And I'll just cancel all of this that they can't dig. And then we need a door that could go there. That works for me. And then maybe join that across there. And this across here. And then if we go on food, we can get a critter drop-off point. Right, and I'm not sure in terms of size. What is this? This is 38, so let's say it's 57. So we can make it a bit bigger. Let's go to there. And then just surround it. To make sure it's trapped. This deliver crit off point then can be plug slugs on a 9. And then I'm pretty sure we don't have a rancher yet, but if I set them, so there's you, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's all of them to wrangle. They are actually charging the base at the minute, so that's fine. And that means the oil is being sent back. As you can see, it is working. But there's not enough in terms of the day. So what I'm trying to do now is get as many of these as we can. And that includes digging across here to get this one. Random eggs, but they're on their own. Okay. So we now need... Do I need a third person over there? I don't think so. Can we... Breathability is a problem. So we're probably better to try and get some gas exchange happening. But at the same time, the two that we have, are any of them anywhere near being able to wrangle? No. Grooming station, husbandry, crop tending. So local colony lacks critter ranching 1. Yeah, so I thought so. So critter ranching 1 is there. And that's a very sad person, so we're going to have to go like that. And then prioritize... Just make them prioritize it, because it shouldn't take too long. And that's crude, but it should work. And obviously all of this time we have... The pumps have stopped again. I might see... Oh, it's under power, I think. We can also chuck in a hamster wheel. Just chuck it out there. I really need to turn down the emergency bit, but I will now I've done that. And that means that they'll get built in there, and if anybody's got spare time, they can jump on that. Like so. And keep everything running. Just make sure all of these are set to wrangle. And while I'm at it, this needs to have the seeds for wart seeds. We need them going in there to make sure that we can grow a better radioactive thing back home. Insufficient, needs water. Of course it does. Okay, so let's do something like that. And then a water pump. Right, put that there because I made a mess. So hopefully if we can get that built, it will stop this from leaking out anymore. I don't mind these being linked together, so I can turn that off. They can get to the pitcher pump, though it is a bit awkward, and that actually isn't a vacuum of space. There is a meteor shower happening as well, which is making a right mess. So if we do that, it should plug that hole and allow us to use that water. What is this? Snow. Wow, there's a lot of meteors. But the good thing about all these meteors, as you can see, is it's chucking metal all over the surface. And they've built that in, so this means that this is actually not a vacuum anymore. If I put that there and then say dig on an emergency there, that can also be deconstructed. That should still work, but keep them dry. Also, we'll wrangle you. The idea being that I want them to, when they go to sleep, I want to have loads and loads and loads of free electric coming in. And that's what these are for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6 so far. It says there, doesn't it? Yeah, 6. I'm not sure if there's any more in the vicinity to grab. I think they're 400 each. So it's like 2,400 watts of free power. And I'll clear this out. Excellent. Right. But on that note, we're going to end it here. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please click like. Any comments are welcome. And of course, when we come back on the next episode, we'll be sorting out this, going back over to the base and using this oil to make the plastic to move on with the steam turbines. So thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.